My name is Brent Wren. I serve as the Associate Provost at UAHuntsville and as the University Marshal. It's my honor to guide you through today's commencement ceremony. Let's begin by thanking the UAHuntsville Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. David Ragsdale for that excellent music. Before we begin, I have two quick announcements. First, I would ask that you would please place all your electronic devices on silent or vibrate so that we don't distract the ceremony. And second, we do have professional photographers on site to take photographs of your graduates, so I'd ask that you would please refrain from coming down front in the interest of safety and the convenience of others in the audience. Today we're gathered to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work and observe one of academia's most ancient and solemn ceremonies, the awarding of degrees. Let us begin then with a tradition that dates back to the Middle Ages, a procession of scholars. UAHuntsville doctoral candidates. UAHuntsville master's students. And UAHuntsville undergraduate students from the colleges of Business Administration, Engineering, faculty, researchers, and staff. UA System Chancellor and Trustees. System Chancellor and Trustees, Academic Deans, Vice Presidents, and Administrators. And the President of the University of Alabama-Huntsville, Dr. Robert Aldenkirk. Would ask that you please rise for the presentation of the colors. Miss Marilyn West will sing our national anthem. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Reverend Frank Broyles. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
In this very room, in these very moments where there is energy and anticipation, where there is enormous relief and layers of care, there is gratitude. And as we breathe deep and treasure this time and place, our gratitude to you, Creator and Giver of life, is profound and deep. We declare our gratitude for this remarkable university, for your weaving a web of learning and discovery, advancement and service and loyalty for decades. And we embrace what is on the horizon for her life and for her purpose. We who treasure these students give thanks for all that they have done and been, and do not take for granted the years, the sweat equity, the substantial investment that they and their teachers and hundreds of others have made in each individual life. And as we stand with them, we stand for their growth and for their pursuit of dreams, knowing they will make a difference, they will make mistakes, and they will make lives. May they never cease learning. May we always quest for what matters most. And we choose to not forget parents and spouses, children, families, friends, all who have invested. May they know that their invested purpose will be discovered in the years ahead. May these graduates see this occasion as a launching pad, experience ignition, and move into transformation of lives of service and excellence. Our gratitude and joy for all of this and more is offered in the common dream of life abundant, all grounded in the hope that never dies. Amen.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. My name is Vistas Karbhari, and I have the honor of being the provost of the University of Alabama in Huntsville. We are pleased that so many of you have come to join our university community in recognizing the academic achievements of our students. who have completed their requirements for degrees in their chosen fields, and to share with them the celebration of this transition in their lives, the crossing of a symbolic threshold and entering a new phase of their lives, from students to learned members of society. We celebrate the accomplishments of the men and women we honor today. These students have achieved a lot and a great deal through their years at the university, and we are proud of each one of them, proud of their efforts, their accomplishments, and the way in which they have contributed already to the university, the community, and we have been honored to have been part of their lives. You, our graduating students, represent our very best, and we expect that each of you will change the world for the better. Each of you have touched us in so many ways. We will miss you, yet we are happy that you are moving on to another chapter in your lives. We are optimistic and confident that you will not only serve as ambassadors and standard bearers for this great university, but you will also set new standards of excellence for contributions to your communities, society, and this great nation, and you will continue on the path of lifelong learning. It is my honor to introduce to you representatives of the distinguished faculty and staff of the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Seated on the stage are the deans. They are Dean Karen St. John of the College of Business Administration, Dean Shankar Mahalingam of the College of Engineering, Dean Glenn Dasher of the College of Liberal Arts, Dean Faye Rains of the College of Nursing, Dean Jack Fix of the College of Science, Dean Rhonda Gady of the School of Graduate Studies, and Dr. Regina Young-Hyatt, Dean of Students. As an institution of higher education, our reputation and our ability to fulfill our mission depends on our faculty, and we are proud of their commitment and the level of excellence that they bring in teaching, research, and service. They have contributed to our acquisition of knowledge through their research, scholarship, and creative activities. They have worked hand in hand with today's graduating students in shared responsibility for teaching, learning, and the development of new knowledge in their fields. Together with this body of students, they form the foundation upon which the quality and reputation of our university depends, and they serve as the heart of this university. I ask that our faculty and staff please stand as a group, and that you all join me in applauding our dedicated faculty and research personnel. Please join me and please stand. Please join me in congratulating our faculty members. Thank you. While today is a time of celebration for our students, it is fitting that we also honor our faculty, who play a tremendous role in enabling student success. While each of our faculty represent the highest traditions of academe, we select a few individuals every year to receive our top awards. It is my pleasure to announce their names and ask them to please come up to receive their awards. The University Distinguished Teaching Award goes to Professor Dorla Evans from the College of Business Administration. A professor of finance, Dr. Evans is widely known as one of our most dedicated teachers. Her commitment to our students extends far beyond the classroom. She not only ensures their success in class, but also gets to know them at a personal level, serving as a mentor and guide not only during the years at UAHuntsville, but also through their careers after they graduate. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Evans on this award and thanking her for her dedication to our students. Each of the colleges, through a nomination and multi-level selection process, also selects the outstanding faculty member of the college for the year. It gives me great pleasure to announce the Outstanding Faculty Awards for this year. For the College of Business Administration, Professor Eric Fong. Please join me in congratulating Professor Fong. From the College of Engineering, Professor Timothy Boykin. From the College of Liberal Arts, Professor Deborah Heikes. It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of the University of Alabama in Huntsville, Dr. Robert Altenkirk.
Honored guests, Ambassador Amon, University of Alabama System Chancellor Witt, and Trustees Sexton and Gray, Provost Carbari, Vice Presidents and Deans, distinguished faculty, UAHuntsville staff, and alumni. Among life's milestones, commencement is an exceptional day for many people. Above all, it's a day that celebrates the commitment and tireless efforts of all those who will soon receive their degrees. Malcolm Gladwell, journalist and writer for The New Yorker, in his book Outliers, The Story of Success, noted that, quote, practice isn't the thing you do once you're good, it's the thing you do that makes you good. So all of you out there who are graduating today practiced a lot to be here, and you can be quite proud of that. From its beginning in 1950, when the first classes were offered at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, then an extension center of the University of Alabama, to 1961, when Dr. Werner von Braun secured funding from the Alabama legislature to establish a research institute, to UAH graduate student Jim Ashburn's 1987 discovery of high-temperature superconductivity, to UAH's classification by the Carnegie Foundation for the advancement of teaching as a very high research university, one of only 73 public universities in the U.S. This is a great university, and your degree will have currency in the marketplace. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce our May 2012 commencement speaker, Ambassador Peter Amon, Ambassador to the United States for the Federal Republic of Germany. Dr. Amon served as economic minister at the German Embassy in Washington, D.C., and Director General for Economics and State Secretary at the German Foreign Office, a position in which he helped prepare the G8 World Economic Summits for German Chancellor Gerhard Schroeder and Angela Merkel. In 2008, Dr. Amon was appointed German ambassador to Paris, France. Prior to that, he served as a career diplomat in London, England, Dakar, Senegal, and New Delhi, India. From 1996 to 1999, Ambassador Amon was head of policy planning and speechwriter to the German president. Ambassador Amon holds a doctorate in economics from Berlin's Free University and has close ties to the United States through family relations and many long-standing friendships. He is married to Marlies Hyman Amon. They have two grown daughters, Ariane and Christina. His personal interests include listening to the music and poetry of, nonetheless, Bob Dylan. So please join me in welcoming Ambassador Amon.
you, President Altenkirch. Chancellor Witt, trustees Gray and Sexton, members of the faculty, but most of all, dear graduates, parents and friends, I'm delighted to be part of your big day. Let me especially congratulate all of the graduates who have worked so hard over the last years to earn your participation in today's ceremony. I know that your friends and families are very proud of you, and rightly so. So I believe we should give you all a big hand. Let me also express my sincere thanks to the University of Alabama in Huntsville for also including me among those who are celebrating this momentous occasion today. Thank you for conferring upon me the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa. I shall wear this outstanding decoration with distinctive respect and pride. Of course, it's not difficult for a German to feel at home here in Alabama. Many people here have German roots, and I can tell you a German feels at ease when he pronounces the name of the university's president, Bob Altenkirch. As Germany's representative to the United States, it gives me a sense of pride to visit Alabama in light of the historical connections and strong ties between this state and my homeland. The origins of some of Alabama's most important industries are linked to Germany, including the origins of the space program here in Huntsville and the automotive industry. We are all aware that many German companies now call Alabama home and have made significant investments here. These include the Mercedes plant in Tuscaloosa, ThyssenKrupp in Mobile, and the more than 60 other German companies who now employ over 11,000 Alabamians. Your state and this city have gained a worldwide reputation as a center of excellence for high-tech industries and for students and researchers who have embarked on the adventurous journey of science, which is so full of promise and new discovery. I firmly believe that the future wealth of nations and the roles which nations can play in the world will hinge upon their investments in education, science, and technology. The UAH will continue to play a critical role in preparing young Alabamians to meet these future challenges. When I view the huge Saturn V rocket that greets every visitor to Huntsville, I see it as a symbol for the stellar aspirations of the people of Huntsville, Alabama. Of course, the Saturn V reminds us of another German, Dr. Werner von Braun, who was the mastermind behind manned flight to the moon. His name stands for the brightest and the worst in the history of the 20th century, from science for war to science to put man on the moon. In addition to his brilliant work, along with his team of German scientists in the American space program here in Huntsville, Dr. von Braun had a special impact and role in the founding of this university, whose graduates we salute today. I believe that there are important lessons to be learned from this story. I'm thinking of you, the young graduates, for whom today is a launch pad towards a new, bright future. You can now look forward to a life in freedom and prosperity, I'm sure to a well-paid job or to launching a business of your own. You have worked hard to achieve the American dream, and your graduation today is a critical step in your path to reaching it. America still is the country where big ideas can flourish and change the world. So my first advice to you, young graduates, is that you preserve the spirit of optimism that made America great and for which the whole world admires you. There could be no more appropriate setting than Huntsville, in the shade of the mighty Saturn V, which took man to the moon to spread that message. Secondly, please also remember that in the 21st century, we are facing a world where peace and democracy cannot be taken for granted. My earliest memory is walking at my father's side through the rubble of what was left of our hometown, Frankfurt, after the destruction of World War II. Later, I lived in Berlin within sight of Soviet tanks. At some point in the future, historians will likely describe the last half of the 20th century as the era of Pax Americana, when America guaranteed peace in the world. But this peace did not come about simply due to luck or sheer coincidence. Many dedicated men and women in America and in Europe, with strategic foresight, strived to bring and keep peace and made huge sacrifices in doing so. Today, it's no longer Soviet tanks that threaten us. We are no longer in a bipolar world, but rather one fraught with multiple threats and challenges for international institutions and democratic societies in dealing with these threats. Our deep cultural and historical ties, ever-growing mutual investment and economic interdependence, joint efforts against terrorism, respect for the rule of law, and strong democratic societies are born from that shared values, we Germans and Americans. Again and again, we will have to fight for these values, and Germans and Americans will do so as allies. Let me give you a few facts to put things into perspective. Today, the respective economies of America and Europe each represents about a quarter of the world economy. So together, we make up approximately half of world economic activity. The other half is largely comprised of the new emerging power centers like China and India. And this balance is starting to shift further in their favor. And it's only a matter of time before these countries will make their political and military weight felt in the world of the 21st century. So in this new world, it will be fundamentally important that America maintains strong allies who share its values. And for example, when America came under attack on September 11th, it was mostly Europe that joined your fight in Afghanistan. Many people are not aware of that. 80% of the troops that fight with you in Afghanistan on the side of American soldiers are from Europe, not from Asia or Latin America. And when it came to imposing an oil embargo on Iran, it was Europe, following a German initiative, that imposed its own embargo against Iran, not the others. In these days, we are also jointly facing the enormous task of ensuring that the Arab Spring will not turn into a winter for democracy or a summer of hatred. Germany, like the US, regards the security of Israel as a guiding principle of our foreign policy. A nuclear-armed Iran is simply not acceptable. There are many more such examples which show that our alliance is not merely an alliance of convenience that comes and goes as national interests change. There's something deeply special in our transatlantic relationship, something worth preserving and nurturing. And this relationship is between governments, but also between our citizens and the real-life, everyday people on each side. That is why I also want to encourage you to consider spending part of your career in business or research in Germany. Believe me, you will find it gratifying, both personally and professionally. When I was in my early 20s, I traveled across the US as a hitchhiker and by bus. It was an unforgettable experience, which laid the groundwork for my deep love and admiration of this country. I hope that you, the young graduates, will accept the enormous responsibilities that are awaiting you. I expect of you, young Americans, to take responsibility not only for yourself, your families, your country, but also for your share of the burden of fostering peace and democracy at home and in the world. And please know that you will have young Germans on your side all along the way. History tells us that world peace came to an end when America withdrew to its shores and chose isolation. And history tells us again that on the other side, prosperity came when America was ready to work with allies and open to free trade. Today, there are well over 600,000 direct jobs in the United States created by German investment alone, and more stand ready to be created. By the same token, the US is the greatest investor in Germany. But we must be ever vigilant against the false promises of protectionism, as they are again heard in different corners. Right now, as new technologies enter the marketplace, myriads of new rules and regulations spring up on both sides of the Atlantic, often with a protectionist goal which stifles economic freedom and growth. If we recall the era when the automobile was invented, the British chose to drive on the left, and everyone else opted to drive on the right side of the road. In principle, one side is as good as the other, but those of you who ever tried to drive a car on the British Islands know what kind of confusion this can create. The world could be much easier if we all had picked the same side. So we must avoid repeating this story with new emerging technologies, which are hampered by different standards on either side of the Atlantic, as was the case for many years with competing cell phone systems and standards. We need a new transatlantic free trade initiative which will seek unified standards and regulation not only for automobiles, but also for the life-changing new products of biotech and information technology. Ladies and gentlemen, much more could be said on this topic, but I know that many among you probably already feel that commencement speeches tend to last forever. Today is a truly joyous occasion, and it's just about you, the graduates. It's your day of pride in your accomplishments and for your parents, family, and friends to share. I almost can feel that this room is full of energy, emanating from these young, great minds about to be unleashed on the world. Dear graduates, please accept my heartfelt wishes for your continued success in the next chapter of this big story of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Ammann. I am pleased to confer on Ambassador Peter Ammann the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. The Board of Trustees of the University of Alabama has awarded to Peter Amon the degree of Doctor of Science with all the rights, privileges, and honors thereunto appertaining. In testimony whereof this diploma is issued with the seal of the board and the signatures authorized by the trustees hereunto affixed, conferred at the University of Alabama in Huntsville on this, the month of May 2012.
Will the candidates for all doctoral degrees please stand? President Dalton Cook, the School of Graduate Studies is pleased to present these candidates who have completed the requirements for the Doctor of Nursing Practice and the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that their degrees be conferred.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty, graduate faculty at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, I confer upon each of you this degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. I congratulate you for this recognition of your scholarly contributions to knowledge.
Will the candidates and their escorts please come to the stage?
Doctor of Nursing Practice recipients in the College of Nursing will be hooded by the Dean of the College of Nursing, Dr. Faye Raines. Jana Culpepper is receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice and will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Haley Hoy. Her scholarly project title is Implementation of a Group Adult Type 2 Diabetes Mellitus Educational Program in a Rural Alabama Community Health Center. Sharon Fleming is receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice and will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Kathy Newman. Her scholarly project title is Implementation and Evaluation of a Health Education Component to an Existing Community Adolescent Bike Workshop. Della Teresa Hempel is receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice and will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Faye Anderson. Her scholarly project title is Implementation of a Community Education Project to Reduce Motorcycle Accidents and Injury. Deborah Miller is receiving a Doctor of Nursing Practice and will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Karen Frith. Her scholarly project title is Implementation of a Peer Mentorship Program for Student Success. Doctoral degree recipients in the College of Engineering will be hooded by the Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Shankar Mahalingam. Suhil Bagini is receiving a PhD in civil engineering and will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Michael Anderson. His dissertation title is Volume Estimation Models for Generation and Attraction of Freight Commodity Groups Using Regression Analysis. Deborah Ann Howell is receiving a PhD in Industrial and Systems Engineering and will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Dawn Utley. Her dissertation title is A Relational Study of Knowledge Sharing Behavior and Organizational Commitment of Engineers. Sushil Shetty is receiving a PhD in Industrial and Systems Engineering and will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Paul Companation. His dissertation title is A Proposed New Model to Understand Lean Implementation Using Employee Perception. Travis Taylor is receiving a PhD in Aerospace Systems Engineering. He will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Brian Landrum. His dissertation title is Implementing Planetary Meteor Impact Craters as High-Gain Radio Frequency Dish Reflector Antennas. Doctoral degree recipients in the College of Science will be hooded by the Dean of the College of Science, Dr. Jack Fix. Jonathan Fairman is receiving a PhD in Atmospheric Science. He will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Uday Sankar Nair. His dissertation title is Numerical Modeling of Natural and Anthropogenic Impacts on the Regional Climate of Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. James Jerkins is receiving a PhD in Computer Science. His advisor was Dr. Glenn Cox, and he will be hooded by Dr. Letha Etzkern. His dissertation title is Detecting the Presence of Extrinsic Nodes in a Virtual Network Using a Message-Induced Graph. Tracy Armstrong is receiving a PhD in Biotechnology, Science, and Engineering and will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Carmen Scholz. His dissertation title is Synthesis and Characterization of Biocompatible PEG-Poly Random and Block Copolymers for Application to Solid Surfaces. Jonas Boateng is receiving a PhD in Biotechnology, Science, and Engineering and will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Krishnan Chitur. His dissertation title is Structured DNA Probe Microarrays for Detection of Acetotrophic Methanogens in Complex Solutions. Avinash Sridasyam is receiving a PhD in Biotechnology, Science, and Engineering. He will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Leland Cheke. His dissertation title is Populist Defense and Stress Response Regulation during ectomycorrhizal symbiosis with Leucaria as revealed by global transcriptome analysis. Prashant Raman is receiving a PhD in Optical Science and Engineering. His advisor was Dr. Kirk Fuller, and he will be hooded by his committee chair, Dr. Don Gregory. His dissertation title is Spectropolarimetric Characterization of Light Scattering Materials.
Will candidates for the master's degrees please stand? President Altenkirk, the School of Graduate Studies presents these candidates for master's degrees. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degrees be conferred.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon recommendation of the graduate faculty of the University of Alabama in Huntsville, I confer upon each of you the master's degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Welcome to the company of scholars.
Will the graduates please come to the stage to receive your diplomas? Families and friends, please note that the graduates will be entering from both sides of the stage. Students from the College of Business, Liberal Arts, and Science will enter stage left, and those from the Colleges of Engineering and Nursing will enter stage right.
Has he read that yet? He hasn't. He didn't read this part of it, did he? We're not there. This is the master's.
Pierce Michael Gibbs.
Jaehoon Kim.
David Fleischman.
Nicholas Graham Farrow.
Jerry Sharon Stegmeyer.
Neil Patterson.
Matthew Franklin Stanford. Janie Sue Artolona.
Rebecca Peters. Brian Lewis Schilling.
Ivan Domenico Buttarello.
Jeffrey Ray Adams.
Timothy Eastman Flynn.
Luke Ivan Anderson.
Ronald Wesley Jones.
Roshni Sukanya Ashok Kumar.
Dirk Loesch.
Gregory S. Bennett.
Julia Christina Rock.
Joshua Morgan Rock.
Jason Andrew Strickling.
Douglas Wayne Casey.
Jeffrey Gerritsen Van Zoren.
Stephen David Cook. Donovan Scott DeArmond.
Anna Lee Wojcik.
Kristen M. Regula.
William Todd Walton.
Benjamin Maxwell Richmond.
Kristen Ashley Bergson.
Anne Victoria Rush.
Megan Ann Fostig.
Fernando Jose Tahali.
Jo Beth Gleason.
Gregory Lane Wildman.
Jane Matthews McClendon.
Jeffrey A. Yates.
Leslie Harris Hodges.
John Wesley Driver.
Leah Elizabeth Johnson.
Margaret Elizabeth Frank.
Matthew Joseph Minarchik.
Andrew Thomas Gilbert.
Marie Louise Mueller.
Elise Robichaud Haley.
Amy Lynn Reagan.
Matthew Arnold Hitt.
Catherine E. Rigoni.
Anthony Clark Hoteling.
Shi Wang.
Mary Laureen Ingram.
Antonio D. Ward, Sr.
Sudaba Kargar.
Mickey Anissa Worley.
Ashley Donnell Chafin.
Tehmina Khan Yunus.
John Allen Gleason. Michael T. Shrove.
Brian Jeffrey Thompson. Shinichi Uno.
Emily M. Maddox.
Brian Other Bentley.
Randy Addison Malden.
Jessica Ford Tischler.
Tyler James McElroy.
Yankee Amit Dalsania.
William Scott Monk.
Dhaval Rajendra Desai.
Dustin E. Newkirk.
Sneha Subhash Hirkanawar.
Christina Polikovsky.
Prashant Kanal.
Douglas Malcolm Ramey III.
Stephanie K. Medley.
Dwanetta S. Reed.
Sumiran Pradhan. Sushma Narasimha Rao. Udara Ganishke Sinananyake.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon recommendation of the faculty of the University of Alabama in Huntsville, I confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. I welcome you to the company of university-educated women and men. Will the graduates who have earned the bachelor's degrees please come to the stage to receive your diplomas?
Families and friends, please note that the graduates will be entering from both sides. Students from the colleges of Business, Liberal Arts, and Science will enter stage left, and those from the colleges of Engineering and Nursing will enter stage right.
Ahmed Abdelmajid.
Joshua Larry Coots.
Deidre Marie Antolini.
Charles Lucian Adams.
Amanda K. Ballou. Rachel Claire Balthazar, cum laude.
Chelsea Virginia Adams, cum laude.
Rebecca Ray Beckham, cum laude.
Rachel Ann Agnew, Honors Program, summa cum laude.
Martin Arendal Belgrave.
Lauren Ashley Allen, summa cum laude.
Deborah Joan Bell, magna cum laude.
Diana Lee Osbrook, Honors Program, cum laude.
Carrie Nicole Bell.
Charles Wesley Anderson.
LaShondria Marseille Beverly.
Seth Thomas Archer.
Sabrina Mae Blackwood, cum laude.
Brandon Shane Arnold.
Raymond Jerry Brown II.
Patrick Clay Arterburn.
Christopher Robert Bruce.
William Vanook Avery.
Laura Caitlin Burns, summa cum laude.
Bradley Nicholas Bailey, cum laude.
Mary E. Griffith.
Matthew Kyle Barnhouse.
Eugene Vanoy Ramon Carter, cum laude.
Justin Alexander Green.
Chao Chen, magna cum laude.
Connor Meadows Barrett.
Philip Wade Clark.
Kevin Michael Beatty, cum laude.
Lewis Clark, cum laude.
Lacey Beth Bennett.
Raven Leanne Colvin.
Jamie Scott Burstell, magna cum laude.
Marquetta Nicole Curtis.
Randy Dwayne Brackens.
Daramus Lavelle Davis.
Claude Schofield Bridges IV, summa cum laude.
Jenny Lee Davis.
John Edward Britt.
Anthony L. DeLong, magna cum laude.
Florence W. Brown.
Ashley Brooke Dempsey, summa cum laude.
Jeffrey Allen Bullock.
Aaron Ashley Dorch.
Kayla Danielle Bullock, Honors Program, magna cum laude.
Amanda Nicole Dowd.
James Roland Burnett, cum laude.
Nicholas Eric Drake.
Kelsey Don Cagle, cum laude.
James Gordon Easton.
Zachary Alexander Cooper.
Jaleisha Monique Evans.
Jamie Eugene Cruz, cum laude.
Bethany Lauren Ensley, summa cum laude.
Austin Michael Davidson, cum laude.
Devin Prince Evers, magna cum laude.
Jordan A. Davis.
James Izell, cum laude.
Lucas James Day.
Shi Xiang Fan, magna cum laude.
Joshua Thomas Dobson.
Shannon Allen Felice, cum laude.
Stephen Carl Dowd.
Tamika Latrice Fitzpatrick.
Elisa Sonia Emmerich, cum laude.
Nicholas Bruce Flanagan.
Alex Winston Estwick.
Andres Ignacio Flores.
Clifton Jerome Foster.
Allison Marina Gilbert.
Thomas Austin Foster Jr., cum laude.
Kyle Gonzalez.
Patrick E. Gilbert.
Ashley Nicole Graham.
Peter Joshua Giordano.
Rebecca Jane Graham, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Wade Goins, magna cum laude.
Misha Simone Gurley.
Christopher Lee Griggs, cum laude.
Jaron Rainey Henderson.
David Mark Hall Jr.
Michelle Renee Hertick, cum laude.
Adrian Nicole Hanna.
Jung Lim Hillis, magna cum laude.
Brandon Cody Halls.
Jedediah Russell Hauser.
Cassandra Helen Haynes.
Jennifer Marie Hunter, cum laude.
Andrew Clifton Hazen, cum laude.
Sarah Alyssa Eichard, cum laude.
Christopher Morrell Heath.
Alicia L. Jean.
Christopher Ryan Henry.
Yuan Hong Jiang.
Benjamin Joseph Hester, cum laude.
Raina C. Johnson.
Tony Clay Higginbotham.
Kiera J. Jones.
Timothy Brian Horning, summa cum laude.
Ashley Kim Kelly.
Aaron Alexander Howell, cum laude.
Leslie Ellen Gray Kilgore, summa cum laude.
Tai Leyen Hoon.
Brent Evan Dutton.
Tamara Lee Cottom, magna cum laude.
James Allen Lovell.
Brandon Gerard Ingram.
Andre Manders.
Joshua Marcus Johnson.
Lucilia Giusinelli Miserani.
Kenny C. Jones.
Rick George Mosley.
Nicholas Lee Jones, cum laude.
Jared Anthony Muggleton.
Jonathan Ray Keenum.
Ganiso Nkube.
Ariane Elizabeth Kelly.
Joseph Carlton Noyes, cum laude.
Andrea Faith Kirby, cum laude.
Samuel Elisha Nichols, cum laude.
Joshua Christopher Lee, magna cum laude.
Richard H. Pennell.
Matthew Wayne Leopard, magna cum laude.
Shane Austin Parkus, summa cum laude.
Chase Bentley Lewis.
Kevin Dwayne Penny.
Jacob Andrew Linville, magna cum laude.
Megan Marie Porter.
Amber Elizabeth Lidekin, magna cum laude.
Sarah Helen Joy Porter.
Jake Liu, cum laude.
Juan Carlos Guevara.
Jasmine Deshawn Greer.
Garrick McNeil Sams, summa cum laude.
Philip Andrew Mathis.
Candy Elise Smith.
Jeffrey Scott McInerney, cum laude.
Mary Jacqueline Smith.
Eduardo D. Mendoza.
Preston T. Spratt.
Catherine Naisland Hanson Morell.
Melody Ann St. John, cum laude.
Christopher James Morris, cum laude.
Courtney Drew Stanford, cum laude.
Nathan Brian Newcomb.
Melissa Gale Strom, magna cum laude.
Nick Earl Nicholson, cum laude.
Michael Anthony Thomas.
Justice Chuba Opute.
Kyra Brooke Tipton.
Rory Kyle Overcast.
Thao Quang Tran, magna cum laude.
Terrell Still Parker, cum laude.
Jennifer Lauren Kirk.
Brad Alexander Passon.
Mallory Alana Lindsay, summa cum laude.
Stephen Michael Acalano.
Leah Karen Lombardo, summa cum laude.
Yasmin E. Ince.
Mariusz Lis.
James Francis Pearson.
Brian Andrew Villanueva.
Philip Justin Pemberton.
David Jeremiah Wall.
Michael Racio Pinson.
Brianna Lachey Weaver, magna cum laude.
William Seth Perkins, summa cum laude.
Ross Lemuel West.
Wendy E. Pita.
Anastasia Francesca Williams.
Russell B. Reith, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Desiree Williams.
James Jeffrey Richardson.
Kankan Shu, cum laude.
Glenn Leroy Ridden, cum laude.
Dile Shu.
Kyle Perry Roden, cum laude.
Christopher Michael Yelvington.
Michael Stewart Royster.
Xiaoyan Zhang.
Stephen Andrew Sanders, magna cum laude.
Joshua K. Zills.
Britton James Sanford.
Andrew Theodore Post.
James Travis Lusk.
Erica Amber Quick.
Jacqueline Marie Marriott, magna cum laude.
Lorena Sylvia Ramirez, magna cum laude.
Philip Andrew Sauvé, cum laude.
Christopher Matthew Reich.
Zachary Brewer Scott.
Yuhan Wang.
Brad Andrew Sellers.
Anna Elizabeth Fahrenhorst.
Matthew Sterling Sledge.
Bradley Morgan Arnold.
Catherine Elizabeth Smith, cum laude.
Danielle Marie Atkins, magna cum laude.
Kyle Brett Smith.
Lucas Harrison Baker, cum laude.
Zachary Daniel Snodgrass, cum laude.
Courtney Deschelle Barnack.
Carl Michael Sorrells, magna cum laude.
William Anthony Battle, Second Lieutenant William Battle, has just received his commission as an officer in the United States Army.
Christopher William Spencer.
Kelly Jane Bolton.
Shane Dale Standridge, cum laude.
Lindsay Ann Bonin, cum laude.
Christopher David Street, cum laude.
Olivia Claire Brannon.
Sarah Michelle Straley.
Charles C. Buford.
Benjamin Thurber Schweitzer.
Russell Franklin Bundy Jr.
Hardik Bahi Narandarakmar Patel, cum laude.
Isabel Castaneda, cum laude.
Ravi Rajendra Patel.
Chastity J. Coffin.
Jordan Alexander Young.
Jennifer Gilmore Coe, cum laude.
Anthony Gerard Tamez, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth Ann Cole, summa cum laude.
Robert John Tucker.
Kirsten Elizabeth Cooksey, cum laude.
Zachary Keith Van Zant, cum laude.
Ashley Lynn Crank, cum laude.
Pai B. Vu.
Alicia Michelle Dawson, magna cum laude.
Chrislyn Charday Wheeler.
Stephanie Nicole Dove.
Charles Thomas White, cum laude.
Thomas Jared Durney, cum laude.
Jeremy Christopher White, cum laude.
Bailey English, cum laude.
Eric Raymond Reichhaus.
Cecilyn Shanae Fagan.
Joshua Zach Wiggins.
Janelle Gadsden.
Randall E. Willis.
Jasmine Amber Gallen.
J.C. David Wilson.
Erin Michelle Gowdy.
Justin Kyle Wilson, cum laude.
Jonna Greer.
Christopher John Wordingham, honors program, summa cum laude.
Brian James Halbrooks.
Jonathan P. Smith.
Matthew Stephen Hale, honors program, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Sierra Young.
Kathleen Williams Posey, cum laude.
John Thomas Edmonds.
Maylee Denise Hartman.
Kimberly Beth Fennell.
Marcus Roydo Hawthorne.
Kelly Danielle Baxley.
Bianca Rose Hodges.
Raylan Dane Blaisdell.
Heather M. Holmes.
Jason Allen Bodkin.
Holly Hooper, cum laude.
Nakia Rochelle Booker.
Catherine Faye Jenkins.
Anika Kristen Boyd, cum laude.
Cynthia Ann Jorgensen.
Carrie Ann Brown.
Laura Holland Kirk.
Allison Brooke Childs.
Kiara Jasani Lawson.
Sarah Denise Christopher.
Whitney Diane Lee.
Elizabeth Ellen Clark, magna cum laude.
Clyde Arthur Lewis, magna cum laude.
Anna Marie Clements.
Ashley McWhorter, cum laude.
Elizabeth Robin Clemens.
Carly Diane McDaniel, summa cum laude.
Lisa Madoka Hayashida.
Brittany Lynn Sullivan.
Abby Rose Hitchcock.
Kelsey Marie McElroy, cum laude.
Jordan Danielle Hoyer, cum laude.
Anna K. Minkanau.
Kashunda Q. Holmes.
Joel Nathaniel Mobley.
Jessica Annette Hughes.
Noelle Morin.
Julie Ann Connor.
Julia Marie Myers Nagel, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Lynn Cross.
Kelly L. Null, cum laude.
Thomas Aaron Culpepper.
Dalton Christopher Newell.
Angela Susan Davis.
Natalie Ray Parker, cum laude.
Ashley Elise Dearman.
Ruth Shankle Patel, magna cum laude.
Jessica Lynn Deaton, cum laude.
Adriana Petrozelli, magna cum laude.
Brittany Danielle Dixon.
Leandra Tess Phillips.
James Cleveland Dorsey.
Jessica San Andres Pinchon.
Kimberly Ann Eastep.
Christopher Lee Poole, cum laude.
Mary Catherine Knighton.
Sabrina Rabah.
Mary Ann K. Nupp.
Araceli Ramirez.
Shayla Matisse Lacey.
Hannah Christine Ross, cum laude.
Ashton Nicole Cornbrust.
Jessica Christine Rupel.
Courtney Livana Lattimore.
Erica Dorian Shorter.
Chelsea Lauren Ledford.
Catalin Patrice Simpson.
TC Renee Fletcher.
Amanda Catherine Sipple.
Lauren M. Foster.
Ryan Andrew Sipple.
Anne Marie Fraley, honors program, cum laude.
Amanda Joy Smith.
Kyle Wayne Galutza.
Anthony Wayne Smith.
Barbara Lynn Garver.
Lauren Lynn Smith.
Emily Lorraine Gilbreth.
Rachel Marie Smith.
Kayla Michelle Goins, magna cum laude.
Melissa Rose Stickler.
Mary Ashley Hall.
Rosemary Lynn Seaver.
Elise Tamarin Owen.
Anna Victoria Swallow.
Mital Patel.
Sharian E. Taylor.
Ashley Punkapiller.
Stephanie Lynn Bass, cum laude.
Michael Rain Easy.
Devin Harrington Ward, cum laude.
Emily Suzanne Jackson.
Talina Wesselman.
Nicole Renee Johns.
Haley Elizabeth Wolk, magna cum laude.
Erin Ashley Johnson, cum laude.
Tyler Matthew Womble, summa cum laude.
McKelda Kelly Johnson.
Amy Denise Presley, cum laude.
Molly Maria Johnson, cum laude.
James Joseph Husner, magna cum laude.
Rianat Olabisi Jolison.
Sung Hee An.
Temperance Andrea Johnson.
Bradley John Barrick, magna cum laude.
Clarice Kimby.
Mary Allison Bilatz.
Christy Nicole Kirby.
Danielle Louise Bolte, summa cum laude.
Harley Kent Kinslow, cum laude.
Krista Marie Bond.
Jeffrey Wayne Serrett.
Robert Eugene Breen Kirchmeyer.
Tanisha Sharp.
Rebecca Ruth Brunton.
Lauren Marie Lizotte.
Stephanie Rebecca Kale, cum laude.
Danielle Nicole Lowe.
Alicia Dawn Caudle.
Aaron Matthew Ludwig, cum laude.
Richard Andrew Cole.
Michelle Lindsay Maddox.
Justin Tyler Crowley.
Emily Brooke McCreelis.
Tyler Chase Evans, magna cum laude.
Carly Leanne McGraw.
Alexander A. McCool, cum laude.
Catherine Kelsey McGuire.
Tracy Lynn McConaughey, summa cum laude.
Katie Marie Milton.
Michelle Lynn Morris, cum laude.
Tangela Mache Moore.
Daniel Joseph Everding, honors program, magna cum laude.
Christy L. Morrison.
Paul Pritchett Ferguson, summa cum laude.
Susan Ann Musisi.
Kimberly Ann Fletcher.
Kenya T. Murphy.
Alexa Christine Fort.
Jessica Megan Strasser.
John Franklin Gamble, cum laude.
Lindsay Victoria Swanner.
Melanie Rose Gates.
Lorraine Laverne Terry.
Monica Dawn Gilstrap.
Colin Darrell Tomlin, cum laude.
David Emerson Gray, summa cum laude.
Latoya A. Patterson.
Caitlin Ellen Haley.
Keisha L. Payton.
Robert Andrew Hancock, cum laude.
Alexandra Chelsea Pounders.
Whitney Ann Hedges, cum laude.
Laura Lynn Prickett, cum laude.
Lindsay Blair Riston, cum laude.
Todd Kelly Pridmore.
Carol Whitney Rowe.
Stephanie Reagan Prince, magna cum laude.
Kelly Nicole Hodgkins.
Michael Page Rainey.
Erica Michelle Gerald.
Sukanya Lily Rajbandhan Dari.
Lashandra Latrice Johnson, cum laude.
Kayla Lynn Reeves.
Lauren Elizabeth Kari, honors program, magna cum laude.
Aaron Culleton Ragoni.
Elizabeth Tamaya Lawson.
Roseanne Lynn Tao.
Alexandra Ann Lewis, cum laude.
Jessica Shonda Tucker.
Pauline Nicole Lewis, cum laude.
Chastity Christina Tari.
Cassandra Hernandez Libarios, cum laude.
Chasen Mark Upton.
Tomasz Marek Lis, summa cum laude.
Catherine Ann Whitmore, cum laude.
Zachary Bassem Mahasa, cum laude.
Ronald DeLon York.
Tara Marie Martin.
Gretchen Ann Sinicki, cum laude.
Laura Catherine Mason.
Sarah Elizabeth Slagle.
Carl Allen Walker.
Ashley Elizabeth Smith.
Eric Thomas Watkins, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Jo Smith.
William Andrew Morrison, cum laude.
Rachel Caulfield Speakman, cum laude.
Jeremy Ryan Morse.
Heather E. Stone.
Josh Scott Mosher, summa cum laude.
Alexandria Deanna Stokes.
Jennifer Murray Moyers. Stephen Michael Muller. Roger William Nichols. Ashley Wamaka Noram. Debbie Tijioke Okiri. Elisa Barbara Owens, cum laude. Laura Nicole Paxton. Brandon Chad Perkins. Allison Wynn Pierce, magna cum laude. James David Ross. Justin Robert Sasso. Nicholas Keith Scott. Sarah Marie Simpson. Amanda Lynn Smith. Luting Sun, magna cum laude. James Melvin Paul Swartout. Takoa M. Taylor, cum laude.
We will now call on UAHuntsville Past Student Government Association President Ravi Patel and Alumni Association President Michelle Revis.
On behalf of the Student Government Association, I'd like to congratulate you on being here today. This morning, I would like to share with you a poem by Jefferson Humphrey and Frank Nasca in tribute to Rosa Parks. It is titled, I'm One Person. I'm only one person. What could one person do? Rosa Parks was just one person. She said one word. She said it to the bus driver on a Cleveland Street bus in Montgomery. The bus driver said, "Stand up, colored woman, and give up your seat to the white man." Rosa Parks, just one woman, said just one word, and that word was no. Rosa Parks, one person said one word, and the nation blushed. One person said one word, and the world talked. One woman said one word, and the Supreme Court acted. One woman said one word, and the buses were desegregated. I'm only one person. What could one person do? We are all just one person. However, I encourage all of you to be like Rosa Parks. Whether it be the career path that you follow or the family that you have, you can ultimately be that one person to make a difference and inspire others along the way. To the mothers, fathers, siblings, spouses, grandparents, best friend, pets, and anyone in between. From the bottom, I know when I speak from everyone sitting down there, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for being that one person. Congratulations on your accomplishment today, and I'm definitely gonna miss you guys. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Revis, your Alumni Association President. Congratulations on achieving this important milestone. As your next to last speaker, I'm keenly aware that you are anxious to move on. As you do, I'm confident you are prepared to face an interesting yet challenging world. We are grateful for the spirit and energy you brought to our university. As you charge into your future, you take part of UAHuntsville with you. I recently watched the last hour of the movie Animal House and fondly remembered my college years. Whether you remember friends, classmates, roommates, a professor who challenged you, an alumnus who inspired you, participating in or leading Charger athletics or campus organizations, or like me, that special someone that plays a role in your life forever. Your memories may not be like those of Animal House, but your university memories will endure. You leave here today as educated and skilled men and women to pursue your dreams, and I hope they're very big dreams. But don't forget, as you enter this new stage in your life, you are not alone. You are a part of something bigger, and I think we can all see it from looking around at how full the arena is today. Something will give you strength and confidence to make you want to make everything you touch better. Our university will always be here to support you in continuing your quest for lifetime learning. I encourage you to remain involved and use your talents to propel our university to greater heights. I'd like to recognize the fact that we do have alumni of achievement in our audience. These men and women took the knowledge they gained here and made significant contributions to the field of study and to our community and our university and our world. Please congratulate them. It is my honor to welcome each of you as a member of the UAHuntsville Alumni Association. As I'm sure you've discovered, the one piece of paper in your diploma folder is your Alumni Association membership card. I encourage you to use it often to show your Charger pride. Thank you.
I'd like to recognize some groups of special people on this special day, and those are individuals that have helped support the people who graduated today. And as I mention these groups, I'd like them to stand and for everyone to give them a round of applause. And they are mothers and fathers, how about grandmothers and grandfathers? How about spouses? How about kids? And just friends? Thank you and congratulations again.
Once again, to the graduates, great job, well done, and keep up the good work. And congratulations and best wishes on your future. And thanks, a special thanks to the family and friends who came. If you look around, this is easily double the attendance that we had last year at our commencement ceremony, so thank you all for coming to celebrate this day with us. In closing, we'll follow our custom of singing the alma mater, so I ask that you please stand for the alma mater, which is printed on page 1 of your program. Afterwards, we invite you to a reception out in the lobby honoring our graduates. Each graduate will be at their assigned college table. Faculty and staff will also be there for photos and to greet you all. So we encourage you to all stick around and meet those folks once the ceremony is completed. I ask that you all remain at your seats until the recessional has ended as well.